Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Market just opened. Sorry for the late start. Rohan, good morning. Albert, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. What a night of a drop down we had. Crazy movement. I mean, we were talking about this is the price action for the day. Why is the price action that happens after in the overnight so much better? Goodness gracious. Absolutely ridiculous. Good morning, everybody. Drop those GMs in the chat. TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, Friday, Friday. Pandas. Pandas. We are back live at it again. Here we go. Such a huge gap from the open, and we're just making a huge bull bar. I mean, I've seen gaps fill like this often, actually. It's kind of weird how often like these huge gaps fill. You just don't think it'd be possible, but it happens so often. Like the amount of times that has happened, it just, and for how unlikely it seems, it's surprisingly a lot. Surprisingly a lot. The amount of times it does happen, we're basically at the weekly open. We haven't done much in terms of the week, to be honest. In terms of the day, I don't know. We're not even at the 20 EMA. Like, this is a small pullback, all things considered. Small pullback, all things considered. It's currently a rocket ship though right now. Currently a rocket ship. Nice feels like I just short, just propelling this up here. Huge push down, doesn't matter. Trend is not your friend. Alright, trend is not your friend, like, at a certain point in time. At this point in time, it turns to a trading range. When it comes back up here, you can quite confidently say it's turned to a trading range at this point. And yeah, you're thinking it's coming back maybe to the bottom trading range? Who knows? Lots more sideways action and another breakout. So at this point, when it breaks out like this, you're thinking possibly breaking out of the trading range. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking for a long trade here. All first entries so far. The market may not allow us to get in. I think the news came from like Israel bombing Iran, something of the rather. I don't know the specifics, but that's what I believe. Is what I was believed to be told. Right now we got 350k TPT accounts. We're trading these until I get max payouts again on Apex. To me, for Apex, my main goal is to get the max payout on the rest of my accounts. And in order to do so, I need to trade 8 trading days. And 5 of those days need to be $50 or more. So currently, I've just been doing like a 10-point scalp on the Nascraq. And, you know, it's been good. Not too shabby. Been making some good bamboo. The point is for me is not to make money. The point is for me not to lose money. Right? I just don't want to lose money, so I can get my payout. Once I get my payout, then I can trade more aggressively. But until then, like I'm more focused on just the payout. That's more important to me. Guess I can trade long floating in midair. I mean, it could be a bad one, bad signal bar. Doesn't really come off. It comes off our trend line slightly, but the uptrend is so strong. I'm gonna try to jump in here. Second entry long here. We're close to this magnet as well. First bar on the 5-minute chart is a strong bull bar. Most likely, it just feels like it's going to turn to a limit order market. Like it's just going to get shot back down. That's what it feels like on the 5-minute. So high chance of losing this trade. We'll see though. We shall see. Yep, reverses here. Red like a book. Read like a book. I knew it was going to do that. Yeah, that's right. I read you like a book, market. That's right. How do you feel about that? That I read you like a book, huh? How's that feel? Oh, you're trying to prove me wrong? Okay, okay. Fair enough. Prove me wrong. I don't mind. Prove me wrong. Now we got like 5 overlapping bars in a row. Could have been my chance to come out break even. Wait for a better setup. Just snaps off the 20 EMA. Let's see how long we last. I mean, lean into your mistakes. If I somehow survive this, lean into your... Forget about it. Read you like a book. I knew it was going to turn to a limit order market on that 5-minute chart. Super huge bull bar, but the market's undecided. Okay, it's not that I knew. It's just that I knew the market wants confirmation. And I didn't wait for it. And so I put myself in a very precarious situation with that trade. I knew the market was waiting. Plane crash, Boeing stock fell. How much did it fall? Did it really fall that much? Oh, it fell overnight. Uh, I guess it fell, but not too much. I mean, how much is the Boeing? How much is Boeing really? Um, how much does it really make of the SPY or the Nascraq? I don't think it makes that much of it. Tesla, on the other hand, it's not doing much either. Another second entry long here. I'm just taking my pause while we're in this tight channel here. It looks like a bull flag though to me. It looks like a bull flag. Big push up. Little consolidation here. But as long as we're still in the flag, I don't feel comfortable trading long. I want to get out of this flag before I go long. If we get breakout retest, that's kind of what I want. Interesting. Higher or low. Just waiting though. I'm chilling here. Candles are bigger than I thought. I'm down 600. That's a 17-point stop loss. I didn't realize it was that big. All right, good to know. Failed second entry short, great trade here. Failed second entry short, great trade in my opinion. Second entry short, okay, but failed second entry short, great, because most likely it'll bounce off this trend line. Give us a nice reason to go long, staying above the 20 MA here. Right, uptrend. Continue the original trend. If it happens in this area, it'll be great. But the question is, will it happen in this area? Most likely will happen up here, and we'll lose the move. Yeah, we'll miss the move. I mean, usually it happens up here where you don't want it. You want it to happen here, but it rarely happens where you want it. It's gonna happen like far away from supports, and it is what it is. Not much you can do about it. Making a new high here. Okay. Fair enough. Just watching. I don't got it set up yet. I wanted to go long here, but my setup didn't come up. I wanted to go long here, but setup didn't come up. All good. Just sitting on our pause now. I want to see if the 5-minute can close above the first bar. That's what I want to see. And it can reverse still. It can very much reverse. But the kind of the issue is it's not really at a resistance. It could be. You could consider 2 days ago's. Actually, previous week's close could be a magnet here for us. I don't know. Tough, 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 tough. I can try. Thinking we'll get a gap filler of some sort. Okay, we do close above the candle. Curious to see what happens with this candle here. Okay, reversing currently. Reversing currently. Reversing. Sitting on my pause. Decent push down. We're starting to break this trend line now. Angle beneath the 20 MA. Break of trend and new high as well. The only issue is it's not really on any type of resistance. That's the main issue for me. BPS says, Panda, I tried TBT, use your code for the first time. I'm trying to activate Pro Account. Do you click the credit part to activate it? Yes. So the way they do it is they give you a credit to pay for the activation fee. And you have to wait, like let's say you passed it yesterday, you have to wait this morning around 6 a.m. for them to give you the credit. But if you do see a credit there, that's the credit that they give you, so you can get a free activation. It's an interesting system. I'm impartial to it. It's an okay system. I guess it's if you want, you could save a credit, use it later. That could be the case, but I don't see why. What's the point of doing that when you could just use it now? If you could think of like an advantage of saving that credit instead of using it right away, then let me know. Nikhil says, "Where did you use price action?" Albrooks. Look in the look inside the description. There's a link to Albrooks' website. It takes about 2 to 4 years to get through all his material. Just letting you know. And this is my 4th year of trading, so here we are at 4th year of trading. Max payouts 20 accounts. That's where we're at. That's the accomplishments you can achieve after 4 years. Jeez Louise. I'll try here. It's not my cup of tea, but I'll try.
2,500 tick trap.
Let's see. Feels like it's a short uptrend. Clear target above. Bullish bars on the 5-minute chart. Let's see here. Give me a reversal. Morning reversal. Sure, why not? Maybe this move down. The market still hasn't recovered from it. It might want another leg down. Usually does, but... Okay, this trap is failing currently. Let's see if it makes a triangle for us here. Bad signal bar. I was thinking about adding to my size here, but it's a bad signal bar. If it's a good signal bar, I would have considered it, but... Maybe a good signal bar here, but I don't know. I'll try. Let's get some bamboo. Okay. Good risk reward on this trade, in my opinion, for a very obvious target. Good risk reward on this trade for a very obvious target.
5-minute trap.
That's not good. That's not good at all. That's muy mal. Muy mal. That's not good. I'm gonna get out. If this reverses here, I'm out. It's just, it is what it is. I went heavy here, thinking we get a nice explosion. Good risk reward. Going with trend. Big move down, unfortunately. Could be a big reversal here. It is what it is, right? The trap fails on this 2500 tick chart, 500 tick chart. We had a trend line here bouncing off of it. Could be a nice reversal back down now, to be honest. 5 minute, 2 bull bars in a row. It looked like this, so it was kind of sus, but I was like, it made an OI pattern, maybe break to the upside, breaks to the downside actually, and this could be bad. Could not be bad, but it could just move down. All good. Down 27 hundo. How much threshold do we have though, pandas? We are. Oh, I can't. You can't see. I hate this. I don't know why it does this. There it is. We have about 1600 of. I think 1600. Wait, I'm not reading that right. We have about 1400 of threshold. 2000 minus 400. So yeah, 1600. 1600 threshold. We'll get back in next trade. Goodness gracious, pandas. TBT counts are updated. It's just it just didn't refresh because it was like behind like another window. So stupid. All right. Strong push down. Just gonna right back up. Just sitting on my pause here. Trading range. Price action right now. Right, going in and out of 20 MA. Sitting on my pause here. Market's a little bit confused in my opinion.
Tick trap.
2500 tick chart. Second entry long. Not interested though. All right, the trap failed already, so I'm like very hesitant to go long right now. If anything, looking for a short trade if I can find one. Actually, news. Yeah, let me see. When do we have news today? We do have news today, right? Is it 10? We have news at 10. Could be hanging out here until then. Down 2,700. 2 losses, basically. Doubled up on this. Good risk reward on that trade. But I think, in my opinion, traded too heavy. Too many contracts. I was 4 contracts in. 2 contracts here, 4 contracts here. And the candles are a little bit large. Like, I took a 30-point risk there. It's pretty big risk. Darn. It is what it is, though. What can you do? Just waiting. Probably wait for news. We've got 12 minutes. Let's see what we get here. The opening candles are interesting because just because you have like 2 strong bull candles like this on the opening, it doesn't mean much. The opening is actually a little different than any other time, right? When you get 2 huge bull candles like this, it's not like an always and long. It basically becomes straight up a limit order market right here, and it just acts a little differently in the open. So I gotta be careful of that. I got a little trigger happy there because I saw the 2 strong bull bars, but at the open, it doesn't mean as much. In fact, it's almost, Upbrook says it's 50-50. If you get like 2 strong bull bars, it doesn't matter. 50-50 can reverse, which is like pretty high odds to get a really good reversal because your risk reward, right? Your risk reward is very good. Second entry short here. Coming off our trend line. Okay, signal bar. I'll try to go short here, I guess. Risk is very small as well. Signal bar is not too good. Oh, that's better. The signal bar is a little weak, but the risk is very small here. Let's see. Let's go a little heavy here. The risk is so small. Coming off our trend line and 20 EMA. Coming back to the bottom of a trading range potentially here. I love all the aspects of this. Still a good trade, in my opinion. And the risk is small, so if we lose, no big deal. No big if we lose here. Whoa! Maybe it is big. Pandas. Maybe it was big. Did I bust these accounts? I think I bust these accounts. Yeah. I was like, it's no big. Look how small the risk is. And then the moment it triggered, it just wham. We're dead. We're just dead on these accounts. Pandas. You thought that was a small risk trade, but it took out my entire stop loss. I couldn't move it. I was trying to move it, but the moment it triggered, it went wham. It ripped my face off. Low risk trade ended up being the biggest risk trade. I just got crushed. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's actually kind of crazy. All right, I mean, I'll jump to my Apex accounts. I do got to make a trade on my Apex accounts. Man, this has been unfavorable. Very unfavorable. Well, it is what it is. The thing about TBT, I trade them very like aggressively. Because I know the risk reward in terms of like the value of having no consistency rules. I know because of that, really able to your EV is very positive if you're aggressive. But man, I just did not think that was gonna happen. The moment it triggered, it goes wham, it rips my face off. That wouldn't get to the bottom of a trading range, but that's scary. That's scary. This market is it's honestly pretty volatile. We're on our Apex accounts now, and yeah, let's hope no funny business here. Basically, I need like I just need a scalp. I need a 10-point scalp here on Apex. That's all I need. I need a 10-point scalp on Apex. Jeez, that's all right. I mean, I think the market has shown its cards. It's going to be very volatile, and it's going to be very unpredictable. That's crazy. And the thing is, even if I traded the opposite of that, I wouldn't even be able to. I wouldn't have been able to get in on time. That's why I was like, oh, it's such a small risk. Good trade, like we have like a couple key areas here. It's just not even a 10-point risk if I measure this correctly here. Jeez, I hate this. It's not even a 10-point risk, and then I ended up taking my 25-point risk. Right, my ATM has a 25-point risk built into it. It literally just goes up to come back down. That's wild. That's just silly, pandas. That's great. That's just wonderful. Wow. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. We're just chilling here now. Let's see. Fair enough. Wow. That just... All right. When you think... That's why it's called the Nascraq, pandas. Trade at your own risk. Seriously, that's wild. That's wild. We got 5 minutes into news. Should I wait till then? I don't know. I think so. I basically need like one more trade here. And... Not one more trade, but... I just need to take one trade here. And I'm going to risk 10 points to gain 10 points. More or less, that's what I'm looking for. And that's what we're trying to do, right? So my Apex accounts, we're essentially only trying to get 5 trading days. 5 trading days of $50 or more profit. Once we hit the 5 trading days, then I'm just gonna flip the rest of the 3 days. That's what they say you can do. You know, that's not my rules. That's their rules. They say you can flip after 5 days, and so I'm flipping after 5 days. Pure and simple. Pure and simple. Trading range here. I guess I was kind of right about the trading range. I just did not expect this pop up. That's wild. It's really wild because it happened so fast. Like these 4 candles, like were produced in a matter of like 1 second. I really feel like it was like 1 second all that was produced. Curious now, how fast did that? How far was it? How fast was that? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. This is seconds, 2.75 seconds, 11 seconds, 3.61 seconds. So all this happened in like in a span of like 10 seconds almost, pretty much, more or less. Feels like entry long, but bouncing off potential at the bottom of the trading range, so not interested in going short there. Even though it could be a nice move down. And also just wait for news. News coming in about 3 minutes here. Feels like entry long. It's like a breakout retest also of this trend line. So I could see why you want to go short here. But every time you come to like a pivot like this, always thinking trading range. Like always thinking there's a possibility of it. So I'm just sitting on pause. Wow. It literally just went up. It just come back right back down. So sick. The 5-minute candle is even sicker. Look at this. It's an outside bar ending near its low. It's crazy. All right, that feels like entry long. Works out a little bit. Decent signal bar. Decent signal bar on it. Coming off our trend line. Right, breakout, retest of this trend line here. This one. Wedge top here as well. Okay, I can see the reasons why going short there. You do have this to fight, this potential trading range, and the price action within it does it warrant trading range. You got a couple wicks here. You got some overlap here. Got some overlap here. Makes a new low. Jeez. Just like that. Marcus wants to hate when the market does that. As soon as you enter, then bam, wham. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even move my stop loss. I was thinking this is a safe trade because I could just move my stop loss, and lo and behold, it was not safe. The market, when you think you can best the market will always best you. I'll just tell you that right now. No big. We are looking to get the payouts here though. We just need one trade here, really. One trade. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can find one. Curious to see the news. The news, it's PMI services, so it's not like the biggest news. Oh, sorry, it's the U of M consumer sentiment at 10 o'clock. It's not necessarily the biggest news, in my opinion. It's not like super high impact, but who knows? I have seen a move with this news, so I can't say it's like not gonna move, but I honestly don't think much is gonna happen from it. Regardless, I'm not gonna be in a trade until after. Hopefully, it can give us a little volatility. Hopefully, it can give us some direction here. Okay, news. Coming back to the top of the trading range, perhaps. I mean, it's moving. That first spike up was is bigger than you think. The first spike up was 36 points, enough to really pass any eval on Apex that spike up. I don't know if I would have used this news. Like if I was desperate, maybe I would have used it, but I am not desperate right now. I have so many accounts. Too many accounts. Fail second entry short here. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm gonna wait for us to get out of the range here of the news. Right, here's the news range. Just say top to the bottom of the swing. We'll wait till we get out of this swing, out of this leg, outside of this range, and then we'll take a trade after that. What was that sound? What was that sound? I don't like phantom noises. Especially when you're trading. Any phantom noise is kind of like, all right, well, what is that? Is it important? Second entry long forming 2500 tick. Do I feel like a reversal could happen here? Sure. Sure it can happen. It can definitely happen. And the market right now is not very like it's not very strong in terms of what direction it wants to go. Okay, it feels like entry short finally triggers. Second entry long, 2500 tick chart coming off our trend line. I may have to try here, pandas. I may have to try just because this looks really good. Breakout retest of the previous day's low. Some key area here at least. Second entry long. I'm looking for 10 points, pandas. That's basically it. Can I get it? But I'm only risking 10 points, so it can like come back down and get me. We still haven't broken out of this range. The news created this leg here, and we still haven't broken out of the range. So it's a little sus in this area, in my opinion. Right, in a sense, like the news kind of tells you where the limit orders are, right? Because it races to certain levels, and those levels get tested, and it's very, very discreet, right? Where the limit orders are revealed. Right? You know for sure there are limit orders here. Like when the news pops up like this and just reverses on a dime, you know there's limit orders there. Okay. This is creating a triangle here within this range. Sitting my paws still. Do I love this trade? Can't say I love it. Can't say I love it. The 5-minute looks a little bearish, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bear bars in a row. Feels a little bearish to me on the 5-minute chart at least. But as long as we're still in this range of this like the news move, I don't know. Feels a little sus. Anything here? Hmm. I thought we would actually have very good price action today, but it's proving to be very choppy. Very choppy here. Like I thought we'd have very good price action just because like the huge move down. I thought it would trigger a lot of like volatility, but it's doing the opposite. For me right now, all I'm thinking about is trying to make a 10-point scalp. That's all I really want to do, right? Because I need a trading day and on my Apex accounts. As you can see, right, 11 of my accounts, starting from the second account and 11 accounts after that, these accounts have not got paid out. They got denied. And in order for me to get a payout on them, I just need 8 trading days, and 5 of them needs $50 or more profit. They got denied on Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, and today's Friday. So after today, it will be 3 trading days. At the end, it's the soonest I can request it will be on the 23rd because of Juneteenth. Right, we have a holiday, Juneteenth holiday. I'll take the holiday if you give it to me. Sure, I'll take it. F holiday. Austin Hare sharing his hack on how he passes evals. Trade at your own risk, though. Confusion, right? As long as we're still in this leg here, confusion, in my opinion. The 5 minute looks bearish to me. It looks a little bearish to me, the 5 minute. It looks like the 5 minute made its move up. Could be a bull flag. I don't know, but this looks very sus. I don't know. It's very not pleasant to look at. OI pattern on the 2500 tick chart. Okay. I think I'm just gonna wait till we break out of this range here before I make any move. But honestly, are we really gonna even break out of it? Such a choppy day right now. Tate, good morning. Hey, send me good morning, a couple of my pandas here. Rohan, good morning. Albert, good morning. Blue Steel, good morning. Ralph Gruns, welcome. Austin Hare, welcome everybody. Welcome. BPCF. Good morning. Nick Hill, good morning. Margarita Beach, good morning. I gave an update already. You asked me what happened to my PAs. I gave an update. Let me know if you didn't hear it. DDK asked me what accounts I was earlier. I was trading my TPT accounts. NBI. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Bob Les. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Really condensing here. It's just glorious. You just have to love days like today. It's so glorious. It looks bearish to me, to be honest. It looks bearish to me. I may go short here. I don't know. So many bear bars in a row on the 5 minute chart. About 50% retracement. Too hard to tell. Yeah, the 5 minute looks bearish to me. It looks like it's dripping down. It wants to test the bottom of. It wants to test the open today. Yeah, I wanted to go short, but as long as we were in this triangle, it just couldn't do any. Couldn't do anything. It's all good. Now we're coming outside of the triangle. Hopefully, we can get some confirmation of a strong move either way. All right, this little spike up really got me. Jeez Louise. When you get a move like that, it's like very obvious that there were bulls all waiting, or the bulls are waiting to get out here. The bears are waiting here as well. Such a fast and strong move. Very, very like just pointing it to this, like get to this area. Fair enough. We finally broke out of that range. Am I looking for a short trade? I don't even know. We could be coming to the bottom of a trading range. Big up, big down. Really hard to tell. We're still within like the range. The 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time I said this, the 15-minute were the first 5 bars, but we're within the range of really this leg up. Okay, 5 minute testing the open currently. High bouncing up. So the question is, are we going to bounce and create a trading range, or are we going to trend downwards? That is the question. I would be eager to go short, but the 5 minute looks like this. So the risk reward to go short here, is it even that good? I don't know. At this point, I'm just trying to get a 10-point scalp. Where is it? Where are you, 10-point scalp? Show thyself. First entry off the 20 MA here. Good signal bar. Very good looking signal bar here. The 5 minute has multiple bear bars in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bear bars in a row. I think I'm going to have to try here Second entry short maybe.
2,500 tick trap.
2,500 tick trap is what I have to try, I feel like, but I don't feel comfortable taking with the outside bar reversal. Second entry short maybe here. The 5-minute bounces off the open, acting possibly as a trading range. It can bounce back up. I mean, this move down is a lot of bear bars in a row, so it feels like it can break down. It really does feel like it can break down here. I'm going to regret this, but we'll try here.
Tick trap.
I feel even better if we can get the second just short to trigger, but the point of this is not to make a lot of money. The point is to not lose money. We just need $50 or more, and I'm just trying to mitigate my risks of getting there every single day. And actually, it's adding up to be like pretty good bamboo. If you consider that 20 accounts, I'm basically trying to get $200 per day here. Let's see, I'm going to risk 10 points to make 10 points. Let me get burned here, aren't I? I already feel the burn. I already feel the burn about to happen. Yeah, the burn. Here's the burn here. Yeah, I love the burn. The trap triggers on the 2,500 tick. Just need 10 points. And the burn is starting to happen. More or less. Let's just see what happens. We're risking 10 points to make 10 points. Triggering a trap. 2,500 tick chart. It's looking okay for us. Looking okay for us. Not the best, but looking okay. Now it's looking bad. Now it's looking very bad. Very, very bad. It's looking the worst. Most likely lose this. Absolutely turning sideways here. Getting choppy. Unfortunate. It's how it is. Even with the trap on the 2,500 tick chart. We can't get this push down. It is what it is. Risking 10 points to make 10 points. Let's try. Now we got 4 overlapping bars in a row. Yeah, here we go. I'm out. I'm getting knocked out here, unfortunately. Pandas, like, what can I do? Trap on the 2,500 tick. I gotta try. Pretty decent push down as well. Do I want it here? I don't even know if I want it here. It's getting too choppy now. The question is, do I keep trading? Do I keep trading here? This counts as a trading day. But technically I lost today. But it counts as a trading day still. We still got some time. Let's take another trade. Let's see if we can find a decent trade. Second just short off our trend line and 20 MA here. Man, the traps are really not working out for me these days. Bad signal bar. Coming off our 20 EMA though. I'd prefer if I actually touched my trend line here. Doesn't quite get to it though. But it is a bounce off the 20 EMA again. Let me try one more time, I guess. Don't love this trade, but I can try here. Second too short. Ooh, that's a little far away from the 20 MA. Okay. Another bear bar on the 5-minute chart. Most likely.
Target filled.
Okay. Ends up being a scratch day today. I'm 1-1 right now. I don't know. Should I keep trading here is a question. Hmm. Is today the day I want to trade? I really want to trade on a day like today. So incredibly choppy. So incredibly sus, the movements. I don't know, Pandas. I don't know. I just don't know. Just don't know it. Alright, big move down now. Second to short ends up being the good trade. I just don't know like what the Bears are waiting for here, but at this point it's like always in short. Always in short right here. Wowzers, alright. Like I said, like it's a trading range, could have been potential trading range, but because there's so many bear bars in a row, I'm thinking that has potential to break down here. And breaking down it is right now. Mm-hmm. Dinga TV. Ask, brother, what is your strategy? Can you explain for 1 minute, please? Second to shorts. I have a playlist in my description. You can see the playlist. How to count legs. We're looking for second to shorts with trend. First entry here. It's not on any type of resistance, so skipping it, but it is a downtrend. And if you're eager to go short, this is an entry potentially for you. Second to short might trigger here. Let's see. Looks like it's setting up for a second to short. We'll see though. I gotta really remake those videos though. They were the first videos I ever made, and I had no idea. I recorded it on Zoom. I didn't even know about OBS. I didn't know anything. I was like, okay, Zoom, screen share, like screen capture, whatever. And I just use Zoom, and it's the worst quality ever. But Zoom actually comes with some cool tools that you can like mark the charts with, so I use those. So not the worst, but it's pretty bad. And the audio quality is just makes your ears bleed. I gotta make those videos again. Just hanging out here, just watching. Second just short, second leg, second pullback here about to form. Doesn't quite form yet. Still hasn't formed yet technically. Micro double top instead. The market may be eager to go short here. Let's see. The fact, okay, there it is. Second short off the 20 MA here now. Jeez, a 5 minute, right? We made a big leg down, but we might not close beyond this. But still, we got so many bear bars in a row. It just feels bearish to me. Strong bull bar ending on its high. Do I really want to go short here? I don't know. I don't know. Do I really want to go short here, Pandas? Who knows? Nobody knows. Second just short here. Ozzy says he remembers when I first dropped them. This guy's an OG. He's an OP. He's an original Panda. OP for sure. Second short above the 20 minute strong bull bars leading up to it. It's tough. That one's tough. That one's tough for me. I don't like to trade on the opposite side of the 20 MA. It's helped me a lot, but also has hurt me a lot. It has made me miss a lot of opportunities. It also helped me get out of bad opportunities, like skip bad opportunities too. So I don't know. It's about 50-50 for me in terms of trading opposite, which is not too bad. Okay, second to short does work out for you at least for a scalp. A lower high might be interested here. The 5 minute does something interesting, right? We actually close above the low here. I would feel way more bearish if it closed beneath it, but it closed above it. It closed above it, and that could be all you need to know in terms of what may happen next. This could create another huge tail here and snap back up. It could snap back up. Just because you know that little information. This 5 minute closing above this. Now if this one closes beneath, then we're talking maybe breakdown. But because this bar did not close beneath, like how confident are you as a bear? How confident are you as a bear there? I don't know. I don't know. I'd be less confident. I'd say that. If I was a bear, that'd be less confident. We're down $13.36. What we need is another day that's above $50. We're so far 1-1 today on the Apex accounts. At this point, a scalp a day keeps the boss away, and we're basically trying to just make $10 a day, or $10. We're trying to make 10 points a day, which is $200. That's really what our aim is, right? Think about it, 200 times 20, like you're making 4K a day. You're making 4K a day. That's insane. It's insane. Like it's so much money, pandas. It's more than you really could possibly imagine. 4K a day times 20. You're talking about 80K a month. So you're literally if you make $200 a day, like on average, like you're talking about 80K a month. It's not enough to get max payouts per month, like for both of your max payouts, but it's pretty good. If you want to get max payouts every single time, you need to make for these accounts at least 2750. 2750 divided by 8. You need to make $344 on average a day. That's like 2 scalps. You need to make 2 positive scalps a day. Right? You need a positive differential. You need a 2 positive differential. Okay. So that means like, right, 2750 is how much you can pull out on the 150K accounts. 2750 divided by 8, that's 8 trading days. You need to make $343 on average a day. If you want to get $55,000 payouts every 8 days, that's 110K a month. 110K a month translates to Translates to 1.3 million. You can make 1.3 million a year. 1.3 million a year, pandas. If you can manage about 2 scalps a day on the Nascraq. If you can get 2 scalps a day, talking about a million a year. Million a year, pandas. If you can get 2 scalps a day, I think we're breaking down now, right? The 5 minute, unless this whips back up and closes above this trading range again, then I'm going to assume we're breaking down now and we're going to look for short trades. A lot of short trades. This market I thought was going to recover, but it is not recovering. What is the overnight lows? Overnight lows are way down here. It could be testing the overnight lows. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Wow, 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 wow. All right. I mean, we're actually coming back to the top of this trading range here. Could be some sort of support, but I would need some evidence of it if it's going to be support. I'm going to try here. Thinking the 5 minute might be always in short here now. Like as a bear, I'd feel more confident to go short here now. Like I would feel just pretty confident to go short as a bear. And I'm gonna just take like whatever setups I can get. It's the first entry. It's not the best looking one, but the probabilities are very high here. Very high probabilities. Okay, we can stop that. It's all good. The probability is very high there. I thought it was enough for me, but unless it's turned to a limit order market, just wham goes all the way back up, then that's the one thing you're worried about. But I really feel like we're gonna come back to the bottom here sometime, but we'll see. Unless it's a pure limit order market right there. Second short, floating midair. I don't love it, but we'll try again. I don't love it here, but we'll try. 1, 2, 3, 4 bear bars. Not in a row, but 5 non-bear bars, let's say that. 5 non-bear bars, second just short here. Right, it's starting to turn to limit order market, so this could hit me again. Gonna look for a little bit more on this one. But 1, 2, 3 overlapping bars in a row could be a bad trade. Should maybe wait for at least for this to clear. Right, we got one. Actually, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overlapping bars in a row, and this is I'm gonna pay the price for it. It looks like. It's all good. Unfortunately, pay the price for that. Down 500. Super unfortunate. Like, I'm trying to go short here. Now we don't have really a setup, but now we're off to 20 MA. I'm going to try again. I'm going to just keep trying here. As long as we're at some sort of resistance, I'm going to keep trying. Thinking that this is not going to be a limit order market and just going wham. I could be wrong, though. This, to me, is confirmation that we are really starting to break down here. But we got so many overlapping bars in a row. Like, I'm better off selling with a limit order at this point. Big push up. This is why I got out of this trade. You gotta just take it. I'm not scaling in here. Just take it on chin, move on. Very small losses here. My goodness. Very small losses. Not even 10-point loss here. $15-point loss here. Down 516. You hate to see it, but it is what it is. Huge spike up. So it is a pure limit order market. Turned to pure limit order. Unfortunate, right? Because when you see a bear bar like this breaking outside of a range, then you're thinking maybe some follow through. But no follow through whatsoever. All the bears didn't have any confidence after this bear bar was created. No confidence. All the bulls actually felt very confident. You can see by the price action that the bulls felt way more confident buying there than the bears continue to sell into that. It is what it is. Now my premise has changed. I thought we're breaking down now because of this bear bar closing outside of this. Every bar is more information. So now this next bar, we're coming back into this area. Now this feels like a failed breakout. Might come back to the top of this trading range. Who knows? 2500 tick chart. Just in a channel right now currently. Absolutely wild. I don't like today's price action, to be honest. I really don't like it. It's very sus. Everything feels very sus. But man, that's you know what? Now I want to trade these accounts. Now I actually want to trade these accounts. You know what I mean, Pandas? I actually want to trade these accounts because I'm down 500. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. You can't see it. I don't know why it does that, but it does that every once in a while. Just goes away. I don't know why. All right. like in a strong downtrend, like you shouldn't see a strong bull bar like this. Just bought with limit orders. You shouldn't really see bars like this in a super strong downtrend, or especially in a breakdown. And like just thinking right logically, like you shouldn't really see strong bull bars in a strong downtrend. What does that say? That means the bulls were so confident, the bears were so unconfident. What are we doing here? Looking for a fail second short, maybe. We're breaking out the trend line. Just looks like the market is in a big trading range, big up, big down. And the thing is, we're coming back into this area here. We can test the 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart. Certainly, that can happen as well. Austin Harris says 1.3 million a year from anywhere in the world. That's my favorite. Unless you go to one of the blacklisted countries. If you go to Afghanistan or something, don't do that. There's some countries that are just known for like, yeah, they're blacklisted. Okay. I will try here. Strong downtrend, but this bounce up got me feeling all sorts of ways. I would prefer to be a normal. I don't want an outside bar reversal. It's an outside bar reversal. So if this zooms up, it is what it is. I'm just not going to partake. Strong entry bar. I could try here like this maybe. It would have to retrace for me though a little bit. Okay, it's a strong entry bar, so I don't like the outside bar reversal, but I got the retracement back to where I would have triggered. It's a strong entry bar, so potentially could be a big move up here. We'll see. Take off the risk at this point. Okay, we got the first target. You're gonna love that. Woo! Clicking exercise. I mean, technically, I'm good, right? I'm good for the day. Like, to me, like, I'm good for the day. It was a good setup. Like, there was something weird when this happened. Like, it should have followed through. When it doesn't, it gets reversed like this with limit order markets like this coming back into our range. Like, your premise is changing from a strong downtrend, right? If all you saw was that, you're like, okay, this looks like a pretty strong downtrend. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In fact, maybe 10 bear bars in a row is a sign that the bears are done. Al Brooks has a rule like 10 bars or 2 legs. And this has 10 bars and 2 legs. So this could have been enough for us to say, okay, this leg is done. The bears are out. Bulls are in. So I just took my profits here because that's all I need per day. Like, I don't need any more than that. I'm basically like... I'm basically in a position where I just need $50 or more per day. What chart are you trading? NQ? Top right of your screen, you can see what tick chart I'm using. But it is NQ. Hey, Afghanistan is great. I'm just saying it's a blacklisted country. I believe it's a blacklisted country. Nasir, I mean, you could be from Afghanistan, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, like, it's a blacklisted country, so you cannot trade there. I'm saying don't go there if you want to trade with Apex. Nothing against Afghanistan. Y'all know what I mean. Big move up. Could have held it for more. Did I want to? I think I'm better. I feel better knowing that in one single trade I made up all my losses plus more. Right? We're 1-1 here. We're basically 2-2. So basically we're like record wise 0-0, or we're basically even on the record on the win loss. Right? I can mark it here what we so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm basically 4-4 today. I'm 4-4 up 344 because my risk reward is good. Very small risk here, high probability in my opinion, but very small risk. Just take the hit. Then another good high probability trade here with a lot of price action reading, right? Gotta consider all the price action reading you do here. And it is what it is. Lots of price action reading. You gotta read it like a book. I found, and I read this reversal like a book. Big up, big down. Darn, and that's crazy because it looks like a V bottom essentially, right? Just a V bottom. Just super strong bear bar, wham, gets reversed, just like on a dime. So that's why I don't like markets like today. It's just like too sus. Everything's too sus. They say trend is your friend. No, it's not. Like that should really go away. That phrase should go away because the trend is your friend like 10% of the time. 10% of the time, like the trend is your friend because you're trading with trend and it's going to continue to go like that. 10% of the time. Like 10% of the days that you trade, that means every 2 weeks, it's one day every 2 weeks. The trend is your friend. Isn't that crazy? Like 10%, it's one day out of every 2 weeks you're looking for a good strong trend day. And yeah. Pandas. I mean, I feel like I accomplished enough today. Like we're up 344. We're up 344 and yeah. Like if anything, the nice thing is pandas by the 23rd, right? I just need 2 more trading days of $50 or more. But by then, as long as I don't go crazy, then I can get max payouts on all 20 accounts. Like I was a little bummed out because I didn't get max payouts on all my accounts, but now I'm in a position where I can get max payouts on all 20. I already got max payouts on 9 accounts, so that means on 29 accounts of 29 payouts, I got max payouts. So I got paid like 25K for the 9 max payouts, and I will get paid 55K. I'm like 99% sure I can get there. I just need like 2 more days without going crazy. And I have like a hard stop, right? I have a hard stop. Hard stop. Like anything like, especially those 60K, like those accounts that are up to 160. I'm just like 99% sure I can get these. Like I'm really like my priority is purely just to get the payout right now. So I'm not trying to trade aggressive. I'm just trading enough to get the payouts, and I'm trading enough so I don't like bust my accounts. Like I can lose like probably up to 1,000, and that'd be it. I lose up to 1,000. I'm only making like $200, $300 a day, but I'll lose up to 1,000, and I can do that with the next couple days, and I'm pretty certain I can get payout. So we'll see. We'll see, pandas. Like if I lost this trade here, yeah, I've been down 1K. If I had lost this trade here. If I lost this trade, I've been down $1,000, and I would have just stopped it. I would have just stopped it there and just been like, okay, we'll trade again tomorrow, and I just need $50 or more. I would have stopped it right here. We could also just do 3-point differential, 3-loss differential. At that point, it'd be a 4-loss differential. We've just been done. We've been absolutely kaputs. I believe there was a what's his name? I always forget his name. But he's like the number one, not number one, but he did like Robin's Cup, and he's ranked top 5 in the Robin's Cup the last like 3 years or something. So he's like pretty consistent, and doing it 3 years in a row, being ranked top 5, that's pretty good in a world trading competition. Not bad. And he basically. YL says, I think you're talking about me. It's definitely not YL. Is it what's his name? It's some Italian guy. What's his name? It's like Titans of Tomorrow. Robin's Cup. I don't know how to spell it. Robin's Cup. Yeah, this guy. Fabio Valentini. Fabio Valentini. Yeah, Nasir knows what I'm talking about. he said in one of his like interviews, the way he stops is if he has 3 losses. That's how he stops. Doesn't that sound familiar, pandas? Doesn't it sound like he's kind of copying us over here? Yeah, I wish he was copying us, but I'm just saying. You know, I didn't hear that from like I didn't create that rule because of him, but he said like if he has 3 losses, then he's in a place where he feels like the day's not for him. I think a lot of people like complain. All right, Weil, I got it. What? All right, I don't know if that's his name, but all right. Anyways, pandas like, um, but what I'm saying is this: people complain sometimes. People complain when I complain about price action. Like when I say the price action is so doo-doo caca diarrhea, I hate this. It's just like torture, and I just cannot trade this. People when they hear that from me, like at least people who, this is kind of how I know like people who haven't traded for a very long time. When they hear that and they say, "Oh, like you can't blame the price action. You cannot blame the price action for your trading." And in my mind, I'm just like, "Oh yes, of course you can, of course you can." And is he an Italian panda? I think so. He instead of black and white, his colors are like red and green. Red and green like the market. Jeez, wow, what are the chances? Anyways, uh, he and you have this guy who basically comes from like he's ranked top in the Robbins Cup, and he says if he has like 3 losses, then he stops trading. He's gonna end the red on that day, and he's gonna stop trading. So it's like you're gonna just have bad days, and you're gonna have days that are just not favorable to you. And what he literally said is like it just means that it's not his market. It's not his market. That's not the market that he's gonna make money in, and he stops it. For me, I have a 3 loss differential rule, which is a little different. So when I have any time I have 3 more losses than wins, like I'm gonna shut it down. And I forget if he says 3 losses in a row or 3 losses altogether, because I feel like if you have 3 losses altogether, that doesn't really make sense because you can be very green still. And I don't know. I think he said, yeah, I don't know. I gotta watch the interview again. Either it's 3 losses in a row or 3 losses in the day. I don't think I'm pretty sure he didn't say 3 loss differential because that's not something a lot of people say or people even know about to do. But for me, 3 loss differential just means like it's not my day for me. So I think it's very reasonable. 2 things, very reasonable. The 3 loss differential rule is a very reasonable way to stop trading, and on top of that, I think that also confirms that some PA days are just not for you, right, for your style. And on those days, you got to learn how to mitigate your risk and mitigate your losses. And you got to really take advantage of the days that are for you. And so, yeah, so that's also why I don't like the Apex 30% consistency rule. Because it's like they're basically thinking a consistent trader, a profitable and consistent trader, is a person who makes similar amount of money every single day. Like that's kind of what they're saying with their rules. And to me, that's actually not true. Like so many traders, like if like a lot of traders, like if you look at their P&Ls, they're very profitable, but it's like 2 or 3 days that really make most of those profits. Like in the year, maybe a quarter. I don't know. Maybe if you're day traders, a little different, but it's like they make a lot of money on a few big good trades that they just feel very confident in. Whereas like, for some reason Apex thinks like if you're a good trader, the only way to do it is if you make like a consistent amount of money every single day. It's like no, like some days are gonna be very good for you, and most days, if anything, they're gonna be pretty bad for you. If most days were good for you, then what can you say? That's just like that's amazing edge you have. But it all boils down to math, to be honest. But I don't know. For me, how I got to my 60K, or how I got to max payouts, or not even max payouts. I actually put a harder challenge for myself. I basically made $10,000. I doubled my safety net. That's actually harder than making max payouts. So I made it harder for myself. And the way I did that was I essentially got like On my good days, I would make, $1,000 to $3,000 a day. 1,000 to $3,000 a day. And that's why he's only top five, not number one. It's true. It's true. He got like second place. Like I think he was very close, like last year or something, or this year. But um, yeah. So that's another thing why like Apex is so difficult. But I will tell you this: Apex has definitely helped me mitigate my risk. Because of Apex, like I made it very, very strict rules. Like there was a day I lost $2,000. I I hate to say it, but if it weren't for Apex forcing me to really take serious my risk management, I most likely would have busted my accounts that day. I was down $2,000 on one day. In my journey here, my biggest loss day was, well, actually, it was $3,000. My biggest loss day was $3,000. I was very close to busting, but I think if I didn't take my risk management seriously, I would have busted my accounts. I would have busted my accounts. And I honestly have to give some credit to Apex. Like I have to give credit to where it's due because of Apex's rules are so crazy. The negative 30% consistency rule. I actually, to me, I don't hate that rule so much, right? I don't hate that rule so much. It's annoying when you can't get payout, but if you really take your trading seriously, it's a reasonable rule. It's a reasonable rule to me, right? There's no day you should really lose 30% of your account. You shouldn't lose 30% of your account any single day. Like you really shouldn't. Like if you're, but the problem is like your accounts are so small. Like if I lost 30% of these accounts, that's $3,000. That's not too bad, right? Actually, $3,000 is a pretty good place to stop, in my opinion. I believe Jay Cap, when he made his like $2.5 million payout, he said he risked about $1,000 to $2,000 a day. $1,000 to $2,000 a day. But that's when he got to $20,000. When he got all his accounts up to 20K, he started, making a rule he'll lose only $1,000 to $2,000 a day, and that will give him enough buffer to get through his variance. Also here, 25K account would be hard with negative 30K, 30%. Yeah, right. Your 25K account. This here says he risks 5,000 a day. That's like guaranteed way to bust your accounts. Oh, he says, dang, I can risk 5,000 a day if you're up 15K. Yeah, you're basically like able to risk around 5K a day. In fact, you can actually risk 7K a day, 7.5, because once you're above double your safety net, your negative P&L, that rule changes from negative 30% to negative 50%. So for me, those accounts that are above 60,000, right? I actually have 50% negative P&L on those. I can trade up to negative 50%. So I can lose up to 5K a day before the negative P&L rule triggers on me. Not that I ever want to do that, but I can do that. But like I'm honestly at a place where it's like, no, I don't want to lose 5,000 a day. If I lose 1 to 2,000, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. So yeah, I should make a video though, pandas, right? I should make a video on like all the things, like 4 years ago, I might have been able to make max payouts. Like when I started, I was hot when I started. Big part of that was because the market was so volatile. Almost every single stop loss order would have made me my pointage. Right? I was looking for 1 point, and the market was going crazy at the time. So everything I could scalp everything, and I was taking so much risk. And it just happened to be in a place where you can take a lot of risk. The probability was so high that I really I felt like a rock star when I first started. And I probably could have got max payouts. I did get max payouts on a lot of my accounts, but I don't think I ever got max payouts on 20 accounts. Not yet. Not yet. So I probably could have done it when I started, but I would not have been able to do it with skill. At that point, it would have been pure luck. Like was it the Freddy Krueger? What's it called? The Dunning Kruger effect, or whatever. what's it called? The Dunning-Kruger effect. I really experienced that in my journey. I really experienced that in my journey. I'm not gonna lie. Like I came from like last year, I had one payout, one single payout. This year, I already have several payouts, and it also made max payouts. Like I really felt the Dunning-Kruger effect in my journey, on my trading journey. And there were a couple things, couple building blocks that really helped me. I should make a video. I should make a video on like going over what were the big things that really helped me get over the hump. You know, at least to get to where I am. Like, let me tell you this, Panis. I knew with full confidence it would just been a matter of time for me to reach max payouts. To me, it wasn't a question of if, it was a question of when. And it took me 3 tries essentially to get to max payouts with 20 accounts. I got max payouts a couple times throughout this year, maybe 2 or 3 times this year, but that was with like 5 accounts. It was just for me like my trading was in a way like right now like my trading is I feel so confident in my trading that I felt like without a shadow of a doubt I was gonna make max payouts eventually. Like not like in 10 years, but like eventually soon, like within a couple tries. Like within 5 tries, I was pretty sure I could get max payouts with 20 accounts with Apex. And here I am. And the reason why is because in my trading journey, there are a lot of hurdles and a lot of big mistakes I made. But because of those mistakes, like that's the only way I can get here because of all the mistakes I made. That's the only way I'll be where I am because of all the mistakes. We touched a 20 EMA on the 5-minute chart with the second just short forming here. It's a big trading range forming, so I don't know if I would go short here, to be honest. It's a little bit tough, right? Because you're thinking you're trying to test the top of the trading range. And the risk probably very large, right? Your ATR right now on the 5-minute chart is 44 points. This ATR is 33 points, so relatively not as big currently, but we'll see how it forms. YL says I'm still hot. My wife tells me so. Didn't you say your wife was blind? Either your wife was blind or tone deaf. One of the two. Dunning-Kruger effect was truly like it cannot be any more accurate. First year, rock star. Second year, like okay, I'm okay at trading, but feels like things are not working as well as they used to. Third year was just absolute garbage. I just struggled. It was like the low of the valley. And fourth year, as we are in now, we are up and up. We're up and up right now, and we're kind of going back to where I was when I first started in terms of results, but now I'm getting there with skill. I love it, pandas. I love it. I love this journey. I felt like it'll take me 4 years to get here. I felt like it was gonna take me 4 years, and why? Well, because it takes about 4 years to get a college degree, and I felt like if I was gonna get good at this, I'll probably have to spend as much time as I would getting a college degree or a master's degree, really. And let's just say, in 4 years, 4 times 250 times, and let's say you traded every single hour of those 4 years. Let's say in 8 hours, 80,000. That's 8,000 hours of trading, 8,000 hours of doing one thing. By the fifth year, right, you get 10. You're in your 10,000 hours, right? They say that you really can't master something unless you're 10,000 hours in. So if you traded like what is it, 9:30 to 4? How many hours is that? 9:30 to 4 is 7.5 hours. Yes, 7.5 hours. 4 hours, 2.5. Yeah, 6.5 hours. Well, I can't. I can do math. I can't math. I cannot math right now. 2 hours. 10, 11, 10. Yeah. 2.5 hours plus 4. 6.5 hours of trading. The trading day is a lot shorter than I thought.
2,500 tick tracks.
6.5 hours, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it is 6.5 hours of trading per day. That's when the market's open. 9:30 to 4. Yeah. Okay. I could be mathing. My math could be broken. Let me see here. $6.5. Okay, 10,000. Let's do 10,000. But to get 10,000 hours of screen time with trading, if you traded literally every single minute of the market, every single hour of the market, it'll take 6.15 years. It'll take 6.15 years. It'll take 6.15 years. Pandas. Like, let's just round it down to set expectations. And that's if you traded every single minute in the market from open to close. Some of us trade longer than that. Some of us trade like the Asian hour, right? The Globex session. So you can accelerate that. And you can also accelerate by taking time outside of screen time and studying. But let's just temper the expectations. 6 years, pandas. 6 years. It should take you 6 years to master this. It should take you 6 years to master this because that's 10,000 hours. 10,000 hours. You know, I'm about 4 years in. I'm like 4.5 years. I'm almost at my 5th year, I believe. I'm almost a 5-year trader. 5 years in, I really feel like my 5th year, pandas. Like it's just gonna be a whole new level. It's gonna be a whole new level of trading. By then, hopefully, I can actually trade limit orders. Hopefully by 5 years I can actually trade limit orders, pandas. That's my dream. That's my goal. I want to actually trade limit orders, pandas. Is it possible? Can I do it? I have no clue, but hopefully I can. Like I actually am looking at the Brooks trading course, and I just went over the limit order modules again. He doesn't have many actually. He has like, from at least a quick search, it was like 3 or 4 like classes or whatever videos he has about just limit order trading. And I kid you not, this is what he said. Let's just take this as an example. This limit order. Right? They said that bears will sell at the top of this pivot. They'll sell at the top of this pivot. And they will sell again, and their stop loss would be like 50 to 100 points away. Super wide stop. Not that they'll hold that whole stop, but that's how wide their stop is, ready to scale in again. And that's like why limit orders are so hard for retail traders like you and me. Because we don't have that kind of, like, if I was trading micros, I could do that. But honestly, maybe that's the thing. Maybe I just trade micros. I could just trade micros. But really, it's like institutions who can take those huge stop losses, knowing that the probability is so high that it can actually at least get them back to break even because the market's so choppy. That's why it's so hard for retail traders to do it, because we cannot handle that kind of margin. We don't have that kind of margin to handle that kind of risk. Let me just put it that way. Joe Martinez, yeah, I feel that, but did you accidentally pay for an overpriced course? Yeah. I paid for, I would say, one overpriced course that I didn't even really open. I really didn't even open. It was like $500. I paid for Al Brooks's course, and I don't say, and it's not an overpriced course because it is worth its weight in gold. The value you get from his course, I use it every single day. You might not really see me taking trades. I do take trades off of Al Brooks setups, right? We got OI patterns, right? You have an OI pattern here. That's a setup for Al Brooks. You have like strong bull bars, or follow through, just trying to buy strong bull bars, strong bear bars, not in trading ranges. There's a lot of like nuanced things that I get from Al Brooks. A lot of nuanced things that I get that helps me with just trading and figuring out context. Weil says, I just find it so discretionary. At the end, what Al Brooks does want to essentially teach you is discretionary trading. Because he comes from discretionary. He himself is a discretionary trader. And what the Al Brooks course is him trying to articulate his discretion, his intuition. And so there's just so much that you can unpack, and that's why the course is takes 2 to 3 years, 2 to 4 years to get through. But the idea is you become a discretionary trader. You'll eventually become a discretionary trader if you do Al Brooks, right? You're reading price action. Now there are certain things that there are reasons for everything that you do. There are reasons for everything you do, and there's reasons for everything that Al Brooks will do. But at the end, you end up becoming like everyone becomes a discretionary trader somewhat. Weil says, and all of that, I would rather just learn to scalp with trendline breaks and keep switching until I make a profit. Yeah, yeah. The biggest takeaway from me, I think, from Al Brooks is to recognize when the market starts to turn choppy. When the market starts to turn choppy, that's the biggest thing. And really, I always say the secret sauce is big up, big down. Big up, big down. If you see that kind of pattern in the open, or just a lot of overlapping bars, I think even with a lot of overlapping bars, it can break out still. But with a big up, big down, there's just such a high chance it will turn to a trading range like it is now, right? Big up, big down. That helps me get into the mindset of, okay, like trade small, and if there's a reversal, then trade bigger. Like to me, it's just like it just helps me figure out quicker when it's going to be a trading range day. 5 minute here. All right, I'll say big up, big down. Ends up breaking down a little bit, but ultimately turns to a trading, like it does trading range at the end. Big up, big down. Turns to like a head and shoulders here, actually. Breaks down to down here and just chops the rest of the day. Here, choppy, and it just stayed choppy for a long time. Big move, but very hard to capture that move, right? Big up, big up here, and decent down. Does turn choppy for pretty much the whole day. Big up, big down, turn choppy for the whole day. Big down, big up. It does break out, but look, ultimately turns to trading range day. And actually, well, breaks down here, but comes back up and goes back into trading range. Big up, big down, trading range day. Here, actually, big up, big down, and breaks out. And actually it is a very choppy day, but it's a choppy day in a upwards manner. This is not very common. I remember Al Brooks in his this day happened to be June 2nd, which was the first of the month, first trading day of the month, and they actually opened Brooks Trading Course for free for anyone who wants to watch. And I remember Al Brooks, he did like the afternoon session ish, and he was not the afternoon, but yeah, it was afternoon, like the 11 o'clocks, whatever the 11 o'clock time slot, 11 to 12 or whatever, or 11 to 2 or whatever, how long it is. And he basically said that he thought most likely this will come back down to either the open or it will come down to like the middle of the range. It did not. It did not end up the day like that. So he actually called that wrong. But because it's such a common thing that he, would say that's most likely what would happen, which is what you want, right? You want to know what's most likely about like what to happen. That's the best you can get when it comes to trading. I just like how honest Al Brooks is, like he doesn't sell a course saying that you would be a 100% trader. In fact, he says that most trade setups are about 40 to 60%. So yeah, so it does take a long time. It's not for everyone either. It's not for everyone either. I mean, honestly, like if you just watch my stream, you can basically get a digest of what he is, like what all the things he teaches. And even for me, like I still haven't said I don't feel like I've mastered it from Al Brooks' trading style. I have a lot of takeaways that when I go through his stuff, like I'm like this is I can take away from this. I can take this away. Like I just try to take away as many things as I can every time I go through it. And really every time you go through it, it's like reading the Bible. Every time you read it, you find something new, something more, eye opening. So I got your short forming on the 5 minute chart off the 20 EMA here. Difficult to tell because we still have room up to the top of the trading range, and we made a V bottom. So, but we're also at a resistance, and this could push down. We'll see. Hard to tell. Al Brooks taught me patience just going through his videos. That's part of it. You get real life training for the market. You get the patience, go through the course, you develop the patience to trade. Jeez Louise. Honestly, what do you think of Max strategy? Honestly, Max strategy is not bad, but his risk reward is it's not profitable. I would say right now it's not a profitable way to trade. If you use Max trading style from like 100%, like just beginning to end, no questions, it's not profitable. He risked one, and he would risk 1 point to like he will gain 1 point, and he will risk about 4 points in his trading. In his courses, he'll say otherwise, but when you watch his videos, that's how much he's risking, and it's just not profitable. I tried it; it was successful for a little bit, especially when it's very volatile, and getting 1 point's very easy. Like 99% of the time, you'll get that 1 point, but um, it's not even 99. It's like 90% of the time you get that 1 point. That 10% of time or that 90% of the time when you lose, it's just too large. It's too large. Big part of why I became more profitable was I went away from bad risk reward and I'm starting to learn risk reward that's appropriate with the probability of the trade setup. If it's a very good probability, then actually your risk reward, you think you wanted to make it very big, but you actually want to make it smaller. You actually want to make your risk reward about 1 to 1 if the probability is really good. Because you got to think about trader's equation, the market is balanced. Anyways, that's advanced math right there. I don't think I'm going to really talk too much about it. But pandas, with that being said, I would say get at least 1 to 1. That's what Al Brooks teaches. At least 1 to 1. The bare minimum, you want 1 to 1 risk reward. If you can't get that, then work up to it. Work up to it, in my opinion. Pandas, I think we're going to call it today. We're up 300 on 20 accounts here. And at this rate, my accounts are going to get back up to maybe 60K, all of them, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm not trying to get that. I'm trying to get max payouts one more time. And then from there, we'll trade aggressively again. Not aggressive, but we'll just trade normally. We'll trade normally again. All right, Pandas. I think whatever you trade, risk management and learning how to maximize profits is really key. Exactly. I honestly think any system's profitable if you manage your risk reward correctly. I honestly believe that. If you manage your risk reward correctly, you can be profitable. This is a very good setup, Pandas. This is like an A+ setup in my opinion. A+. I gotta try, right? I should try this setup. I should try to go for it. Should I not? It's like an A+ setup for me. It's like doubling up. When you're like you made profit at the casino, and it's just when you get like 11 at blackjack, you got to double up no matter what. You got to double up no matter what. I gotta try here no matter what. I want a higher low on the smaller time frames. Give me that higher low. I don't think I'm gonna get it. Get a higher low. I'll try here. I didn't like the outside bar setup. I didn't like the outside bar trigger. Outside bar reversal. I didn't like the outside bar reversals. That's why I'm sitting my pause a little bit here. Waiting for this candle to finish. I don't like the outside bar reversal, to be honest. High or low? Is it gonna give it to me? Are you giving me a high or low, sir? Are you giving me a high or low, sir? Ah! I wanted that high or low, but now it's breaking out without me. I wanted that high or low, but it's breaking out without me. Darn it! I really wanted that high or low, but it's then boop. Now it's breaking out. I'm gonna observe a little bit here. Just see. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe there's some opportunity here still. Right, that's not what you want to see if you're in a breakout. You don't want to see a pullback like this. Especially didn't go very far. It did a sudden move, but didn't go very far. I'm curious to see what happens here. I don't know if I'll really make a trade here, but I'm curious to see. Maybe a higher low still. I might be interested. Pandas! Okay. Okay. Oh, hello. Higher low now. I didn't get the higher low. I'm looking at the 500. This is the 500 tick chart. I didn't get the higher low. The higher low may happen here. I didn't like the outside bar reversal on the 5 minute. That's the main reason why I want to skip it. A plus setup. Ooh, the higher low here now. I'm a little disappointed, right? If you're a 5 minute and you took this trade on the 5 minute that feels like I'm just short, you're a little disappointed right now. So you gotta make sure, you gotta realize, like, if you're a bull, you're a little disappointed at the moment. Do not like to see that as a bull. $2,500 tick chart showing a slight sign of a failed breakout here. Could be a wedge. The 5 minute could be a, oh sorry, 2,500 tick. Could be a wedge on the 5 minute as well, looking like this. Yikes. That's some dangerous stuff right there. That's really dangerous stuff. High or low now? I'm just thinking as a bull, and I saw this trade, I'll be very disappointed. And not only that, since I'm not in this trade, do I want to jump in now? I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to jump in now after seeing that reaction? I really don't know. Now we get the higher low. After a deeper pullback than I would hope for, that I would ask for. Now it's sus. Do we have opportunity to go long here? We're still above the 20 MA. But underneath this trading range. Right, we're underneath this trading range, but above the 20 MA. Looks like the higher low was the trade, where traders felt confident. Strong bull bar here. They'll feel very confident here. Strong bull bar. The 5-minute actually ended up closing bullish. It might be confirmation for bulls to jump in on the 5-minute chart. I'm looking for a second entry long. Last trade of the stream. Second entry long here. We're gonna shoot our shot here. Second entry long, get ready. We're gonna shoot our shot. A place where the bulls should be rushing in. They're not rushing in. As a 5-minute, if I saw this with this setup, I may be rushing in here after 1, 2, 3, 4 bull bars in a row. It might be time to have confirmed for me. I'm surprised it hasn't confirmed for the bulls yet that we should be going long. And that is concerning to me. We're a place where I feel like it should have confirmed. It did not. Why else is I'm literally trying to trend like you're watching too much Tory trades. Stop following Tory trades. You're following. You're just getting too many Tory trades. Shorts showing up in your stream, in your front page. Who? Don't lie. Don't lie. You don't know who Tory Trades is. Don't lie. She's probably your favorite trader of all time. OI pattern. Building up for something here. Alright. I think it's too late. Alright, we're done. I thought there might be a setup here of second entry long, but we're not getting the second entry long. It's not giving it to us. It gave us a OI pattern instead. Now it looks like it's going to break out. Like, I just don't know. I feel sus here, and I'm already up 344. I already made my goal. I don't even know why I'm trying to make a trade here. It's such a good setup. That's the only reason why. I mean, we might get the second entry long here still. Technically, you can still get it, but most likely we'll break out here, in my opinion. Eventually, the bulls are going to feel very confident. They're going to feel very confident soon. There it is. Bye-bye. Yep, the bulls felt very confident after the break there. Yeah, I was looking for the second entry long, but we never got it. The bulls felt very confident after the break of this high. Essentially, once this high was broken, they said, "All right, let's go, rock and roll time," and rock and roll they did. All right, Panis. Premise was there. Premise was right. Setup didn't come. Didn't take the trade. I think I did everything right. It is what it is. And I already at my goal, so it's not like I really needed that trade anyways. All good. All right, Panis. I'll see you guys bright and early on Monday. Have an amazing weekend, everyone. And hope you guys enjoy. Yeah. Make sure you scalp that like button if you enjoyed this content. And hopefully see you guys then. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.